Hi there, welcome to Friday's market commentary. Here's a chart of the S&P 500, which was up about almost 5 points today. Dow up 47, Nasdaq up 6. Really flat day today. We had about a 5-point move on the S&P 500, just an extremely non-volatile day. Pretty much just was worth not even watching the markets. Same thing on Wednesday before the Christmas holiday, but just a little more volatility on Wednesday, but today was just dead. Long term, you can see we're in a downtrend here. From a year ago to the current price right here, we're in a nice little downtrend. Currently, we've hit a bottom here at 741, and then we bounced all the way back up here. And it looks like we've got resistance right here around 985. If we just kind of come across this level right here, which is around 985, we're going to call this a resistance level. And support down here about 741, and you can see we've got another support here about 841 as well. Support a third time and a fourth time right here at 841. So it looks like we're trading between 841 985, and currently we just had a little bit of a bounce, and now we're starting to kind of roll right back over a little bit. You can see we're kind of rolling back down now, and your histograms are starting to drop on the MACDs as well. So I'm going to go longer term bearish. Short term, we're fairly sideways right in this little pattern right through here. Sideways pattern through here. So we're going to go neutral to maybe even slightly bearish on the short term. So we're in this sideways pattern coming across right in through here, sideways pattern, but we are starting to kind of pull back a little bit along with the MACDs dropping also. So we're going to go long-term bearish, short-term neutral to bearish with support at 841 and resistance at 985. All right, let's take a look at the NASDAQ. And here's the NASDAQ. We've got support down here about 1398. We're going to come right across here about 1398 for our support level. And I'm going to call resistance up here at around 1600. We've got a few different areas here, but we're going to call it up here at around 1600, right up in this level right in through here. So 1398 and 1600 for our support and resistance over here on the NASDAQ. And it too, even though longer term you see is in a downtrend, short term starting to move a little sideways on us. Although just like on the S&P 500, you can see that the histograms right in through here, they're just starting to kind of roll back over right now. So we're going to go short term neutral to bearish with support at 1398. If we break 1398, then we'll go bearish short term. Right now we're kind of neutral to bearish, and the reason I'm going more neutral to bearish is because the market's been so flat last couple of days. Even though the histograms are dropping, any kind of a good news announcement anytime next week could really turn the markets back up. Although historically next week is a very slow week as well, as people kind of wait until after the first of the year before they start to come back from any type of vacations. So long-term bearish, short-term neutral to bearish, support at 1398 and resistance at 1600. All right, hope that helps. Keep an eye on news. News has a tendency to change everything, and volume should be fairly light this next week coming up as well.